And we are on air.
Hi guys, my name is Brianna and we're in my kitchen once again because I'm cooking. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so today I'm going to be making chicken cutlets and a whole bunch of sides. So I'm gonna be making some corn, pastaroni, and Parmesan tomatoes, I guess that's what you'd call it. So for this you will need obviously some chicken. To go with the chicken, you'll need some eggs and breadcrumbs. Also oil to cook it in, but I didn't take that out yet. Then for the pastaroni, you need some milk, butter, and water. For the corn, you just need corn. Then, for the tomatoes, you just take tomatoes and Parmesan cheese. So, let's get into cooking. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is preheat the oven for the tomatoes, because, that way it can heat up while I'm doing other stuff. So I'm gonna preheat it to 350. So now I'm going to egg and bread the chicken. Okay, so since I'm only one person, I'm only gonna be having 3 tiny pieces of chicken, so this is gonna be easy. One done. Okay, so I got 3 pieces of chicken, so now I'm gonna clean this up and wash my hands. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut the strawberries and prep them with the Parmesan cheese in our pans. But I'm not gonna cook them till the very end, but I just want to get this process out of the way. So we're just gonna, I need a sharper knife. Do I? So we're just gonna cut them into strips, I guess you would call it, and then pop them in our pan. These are terribly uneven, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, now we're gonna spray our pans so they don't stick, and then we just plop them in a little circle, and I'm gonna make a little more than that, so I'm gonna cut some of another tomato. Okay, just freshly clean tomato. Okay, I'm gonna say that's good for one pan, but we have one more. Alright, and I'm gonna say that's good. Okay, now focusing on these two, all you do is sprinkle some Parmesan cheese over them, all over them, and then you kind of have to keep an eye on them the whole time they're cooking, because there's not really a set time to cook them for. But for now, I'm just going to put them to the side and do them last because they don't take too long. Okay, so I got out all the pots and pans that we need. So this will be for our pasta, this will be for our corn, and this is for our chicken. I'm gonna turn on the heat for the chicken to let the oil heat up a little bit before we start cooking the chicken. And while that's heating up, I'm gonna start on the pasta. So let's go. Okay, we need a measuring cup. How much water? 1 1/3 cup of water. Or 1 1/3 cup of water. We need 2/3 cups of milk. Alright, we got our milk. And we need 2 tablespoons of butter. So let me chop this. Alright, I got our butter, which is a lot more melted than I was expecting. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we have to boil this. And our oil's looking pretty good. So I think we're just gonna mix this butter around a little bit. Alright, we're gonna let that boil and we're gonna do our chicken now. Alright, time for our chicken. I'm gonna mix this butter. I see it's melting more. I got our corn, which I'm gonna go put in this back pot. That's good. Not trying the corn on yet, but at least it's in the pot now. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the corn now. I'm gonna say this chicken's almost done, but I like mine a little darker, so I'm gonna leave it a bit. Alright, I'm gonna take this chicken and put it on the plate. And now we're just waiting for the milk, water, butter mixture to boil so then we could add the pasta and seasoning packet. Yeah. Okay, so this is starting to boil, so I'm gonna mix in our pasta and seasoning packet. I am going to start with the seasoning packet. Just dump it in, mix it around, and now I'm going to put in the pasta. Now I'm going to go get a fork because as the pasta's cooking I'm going to have to break it up a little bit. Okay, our corn is starting to boil, so it's almost done. And we're going to start mixing around our pasta with our fork. I'm gonna say now that our corn is done, and I'm gonna let it cool off. And since our pasta's almost done, I'm gonna finally put the tomatoes in the oven. And we're just gonna keep checking on them until they're done. But back to the pasta. The pasta seems tender, so it says let it boil for a few minutes and then let it cool, and as it's cooling the sauce should thicken. So just gonna let that cook for a little bit longer. Okay, so I just turned the heat off on the pasta. So basically everything just needs to cool and the sauce needs to thicken. So we're gonna check on our tomatoes. They're not quite done yet, so we're gonna check them in a few more minutes. So since our corn is done, we're gonna put it on the plate since we're waiting anyways. So our pasta's starting to thicken, so we're gonna put that on the plate now too. So this is our final plate now because the tomatoes are going to go on a separate plate. But before we try anything, I'm going to get the tomatoes out. Okay, so it's time to take them out. So this is it. It's just cooked tomatoes with cheese. But they're really yummy. Okay, so now I'm gonna take them off here and put them on their own plate. Some of them get a little messed up when I try and scoop them off, but that's okay. They are equally delicious. And so here we have our second plate of food. Yummy. Okay, so here are both of our finished plates of foods. So now I'm going to try everything. Okay, so first I'm grabbing this plate and I'm going to try a bit of the pasta. It's really good. Tastes like every other time I've had that pasta. And the corn tastes like corn. Now let's try a bite of this chicken. I like my chicken with ketchup, so it's good. Cooked all the way through. Yummy. Now to try the tomatoes. This I'm very confident. What could go wrong? It's cheese and tomatoes. Delicious. So I'm gonna go eat all my food now. So alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy VEDIM, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.